your client again, as I asked you to do,
Right. And
regarding her decision to
we're finishing
testify.
that up now, Your Honor.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I'll give you folks a couple minutes. Go on the record here. It's now almost 1:30, and what we'll do is we'll have our jurors go back and have a seat just for a few more minutes, and we'll give them an update. All right, Ms. Stefanko, I need to talk to you. So it's 1:30. You and I spoke before the lunch recess, and then you've had the opportunity to talk to your lawyer now. I told you before the lunch recess that I would talk to you after the recess, after you've had the time to talk to your lawyer. So again, I do want to remind you, you have the absolute right to not testify. If you choose not to testify, it cannot be used against you. The state can't comment on it. And as you know, the state of Ohio has the burden of proof to prove all the elements of the charges beyond a reasonable doubt. You have no obligation, duty, or any type of circumstance that you're required to testify. What you do need to understand, though, is if you choose to take that witness stand and you are put under oath, the state of Ohio can cross-examine you and address a variety of matters as it relates to your credibility, the allegations in this case, and certain things that have been discussed throughout trial. If they find that your testimony is not credible, they have the ability to impeach you with certain types of information, evidence, or testimony, or even other witnesses. So I know that Attorney O'Brien has spoken to you about those things. I know that he indicated to the court today and previously that you had chosen to not testify, which is why we talked before the lunch hour. Then he indicated that you were making the decision to testify, which is why we spoke. And so I wanted to talk to you about it one more time. I'm going to have you take just a little bit more time now to address that with her. And then if she chooses to testify, then we'll have that final confirmation on the record before you do so. Do you understand me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay. I'll give you a few more minutes. Thank you.
I appreciate that, Your Honor.
And why don't we do this? We'll have, why don't you and she and the deputies go to the jury room so you can have a space where you're distanced and you can talk. Got it?
I just wondered if the jurors had been formed back there, Judge.
No, they're back in their space.
Very good, Your Honor.
What would you like to put on the record?
Judge, this court has given us probably since about noon, the break, about an hour and a half even, to discuss the matter.
Mm-hmm.
And we've discussed very, very thoroughly. I appreciate the fact that on 2 occasions in the last hour and a half, you have taken the extra time to let us confer and also to discuss the pros and cons of taking a stand. Just now, after we talked over it again, probably for the 3rd time, Ms. Stefanko wishes not to take a stand.
Oh, I see. Okay. It's her decision. I just wanted to make certain, especially after you requested that we discuss it a second time, that you had the opportunity to talk to her again and advise her of her rights. So with that then, Ma'am, you're choosing not to testify, is that correct?
Yes, thank you for the extra time. Your Honor, it's a huge decision to make,
Okay,
and I really needed to think it through, so.
okay. And we just want to make sure that that decision is yours and you're making it knowingly, voluntarily, intelligently at this time. Is that correct?
Yes,
All right, very good. Then she's waiving the opportunity to testify.
That
Then
is
what
correct.
we'll do is we will have her be seated. We'll have the jurors come in. Will you have any other witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Then I'll tell them that you have rested and we'll go from there. Okay, all right, we're ready for the jurors. So I'll ask you, Attorney O'Brien, you can bring them in? And then you can just formally rest in front of the jury. Fair enough. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You can have a seat when you come in. Thank you very much. Very good. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. All right, thanks. Everybody else, you may be seated. Just as a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, we did take the opportunity twice to sanitize and disinfect the courtroom while you were on recess. It's now 1:45. Attorney O'Brien, any further witnesses?
Your Honor, at this point in time, the defense rests, subject to the introduction of any of its few exhibits.
Okay, thank you very much. Then with that, ladies and gentlemen, testimony and evidence has concluded at this point. What we will do is we will plan on closing arguments to be presented to you Monday morning beginning at 9 a.m. Is there anything that the state of Ohio would like to remind me to discuss with the jurors at this time other than the standard admonitions?
No, Judge, thank you.
All right, thank you. Attorney O'Brien?
The standard would be fine, Judge.
All right, thank you so much. All right, so again, we appreciate your patience so much over the course of the last 7 days. So what we'll do then, we will all begin to prepare for those closing arguments Monday at 9 a.m. I want you folks to know, especially our alternates, and there are 3 of you now, sometimes what we do during deliberations is sometimes alternates stay in the building and sometimes they don't. During deliberations, in this case, you will stay in the building separate and apart from the main panel of 12, just for a variety of reasons. So I just wanted to put you on notice of that. You will be kept separate, but in the event that you would be called in, we would have you here on site. But in any event, I will see you all Monday morning. As a reminder, you are not permitted to discuss this case amongst yourselves or with anyone else. You are not permitted to do any independent research. No one is permitted to have any contact with you or discussion with you or reach out to you in any form. That includes on social media, any type of internet access. You are not permitted to read any materials in any form or manner. Does everyone understand that? All right, and I know that you folks have been very cooperative. We appreciate that. We appreciate your patience. And I will say, I think last Friday I thought I had said to you we would be done with testimony, I think by Tuesday. So for now, we seem to be a day ahead of schedule. So thank you. I will also tell you, in light of the fact of the current public health setting, and we know that I think as of today, if I'm not mistaken, Franklin County has been designated now as a purple county. I hope that you all are safe over the weekend, that you distance, and we hope to see you safe and healthy on Monday morning. With that, have a nice weekend. Thanks again.
All rise.
All right, thanks everyone. You may be seated. So what we'll do, Attorney O'Brien, is we'll go through the state's exhibits at this time. You can make your motion as if made after the state rested, then you've rested. We'll review any exhibits you have. You can renew your motion, enter any exhibits that you have, and then I'll just talk about a few other things with you folks. Okay, so here's what I like to do with exhibits. I like to go in groups of 10. So with that, exhibits remind me, Attorney Easter, exhibits 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
One is the thumb drive with the drone virtual jury view.
Oh, that's right, okay. Any objection, Attorney O'Brien, to that being an exhibit? The only thing I guess we have to talk about with that is, you did introduce that through other witnesses, correct? So we're not submitting it as purpose of the jury view. I know that's what we've referenced it, but it's an actual exhibit as attached to testimony, just to be clear about that. Okay, so exhibit 1 with no objection will be admitted. Exhibit 2?
It's a photo of GC, Ashley, and Ashley.
Okay, any objection?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. 2 is a photo of GC and
That's
Ashley.
it.
No, it's not.
Excuse me.
Oh,
It's
okay.
another one.
Could you keep your voice up, please?
Yeah, and the reason why, too, I asked that is 2, 3, 4, and 5, I don't have notes next to, so I'm just not certain if those were introduced.
Hold on, I just had them all in order. There it is. Somebody had literally just had them. 2,
Just two, Karen.
Oh, okay,
but it is a photo of GC and
I
Ashley.
recall that. Any objection?
No,
2 is admitted. Exhibit 3?
3 is another.
Judge, I would object, I would suggest that 2 and 3 are basically the same photos, maybe
Okay.
in slightly different location. I object to one of the 2.
All right, Attorney Easter, pick which photo you would like.
Exhibit number 3, Your Honor.
All right, 2 will not be admitted, 3 admitted, 4?
4 is GC and, no, 4 is a thumb drive of the conversation between Cindy Cobb and Erica Stefanko.
Okay, the audio?
Correct.
All right. Okay.
Correct.
Attorney O'Brien, any objection to the audio?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Okay. Oh, that's right, I recall that. Anything further you'd like to put on the record regarding that?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
I like my original objection.
Fair enough. The one thing that I am going to ask, though, that you do is just confirm, and I might even have the state do that with you this afternoon, that the only thing contained on that thumb drive is in fact that audio conversation, just so that we're all clear and on the same page with that. So why don't we go ahead and do that now? Exhibit 5, is that the transcript?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay. Attorney O'Brien, I know that you and Attorney Cottrell had placed an objection on the record about the transcript. I recall some of the reasoning behind that. Does that objection still stand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Attorney Easter?
Your Honor, I believe at that time, Attorney LaPrint, well, first of all, it's a transcript from the court's official court reporter, Leanne Warner, and it is a certified copy. If there are any, I believe at that time, LaPrint said if there were any discrepancies.
I'm sorry, could you keep your voice up?
Sure, if there were any discrepancies, we'll be more than happy to go through, but I would just put forth that it is an official court reporter's certified copy from the courts, Summit County.
Okay.
Judge, I
Based
would
on,
argue that
I'm sorry, go ahead.
the audio, like I said, it's a thumb drive.
Yes.
That would be the best evidence for that, what they're trying to prove here. And I said, I think the transcript would be just duplicative.
With that, and I recall some other arguments made by defense, even though it wasn't the discussion of admissibility at the time of the discussion about demonstrative evidence, that transcript. At this time, the transcript will be excluded, but the jurors will have access to the audio. Then I'll read off to you 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 6 I have is the ticket for the pizza. 7A is the team member. 8 is the baptism certificate. 9 is a photo of GC, I believe. And 10 is a photo of blood on pavement. Is that all correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Any objection to any of those, Attorney O'Brien?
No, Your Honor.
Those are admitted. 11 through 15. 11, I have, there's a photo, I think, of blood. 12 from the scene, a photo. 13, 14, and 15, though, I need assistance with. While you're looking at that, Attorney Easter, 11 and 12, any objection, Attorney O'Brien?
No, Your Honor.
Admitted. 13, 14, and 15, Attorney Easter.
You know, I know exactly what those are. Hold on for one moment.
Okay.
Where are the ones that I put to the side? He didn't want to do anymore.
While you're looking for those, then 16 is a picture of an earring, Attorney O'Brien, and 17, a picture of a pen, both of which were testified to by Detective Hitchings. Any objection?
None, Your Honor.
Those are admitted. I'll have to ask about 18, 19, and 20 are photographs of the taser cartridge. One, I think, on carpet, one on asphalt. Any objection to those?
No, Your Honor.
All right, 19 and 20 admitted. Do you have 13, 14, and 15 yet, Attorney Easter? Not yet? Okay. Let's take a look.
I have them.
Okay, let's go.
13, there are pictures of the crime scene, the blood on the ground. They were duplicative, that's why the state did not.
Introduce.
Correct.
Okay, that's what I thought. So, go
Can I
ahead.
ask you one question, Your Honor?
Mhm.
Now, I know the ones that are not admitted, the court reporter still has to take.
Sure.
Does she have to take the ones we did not? Oh.
Introduce? No,
Never mind.
unless you tried to introduce and I
No.
struck them and you wanted to proffer them. 13, 14, and 15 not introduced, not admitted. 18,
You did, I have 18. That's the picture of the blood and the light with Hitchings of the scene at 6:47, in the daytime, rather.
I believe that was authenticated, Your Honor.
all right, no objection to 18 admitted. 21 is a photo of Ms. Ware's backyard. Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
I believe 22 is a photo again of her backyard.
No objection.
23 and 24 I don't recall as introduced. 25 I think is a close-up of 22 of Ware's backyard.
23 and 24 was introduced with Prosecutor Prenzi and Miss Ware, Patricia Ware as well.
Okay, just backyard photos?
It's a view to the scene from her backyard, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
The car.
Yeah. Okay, so 21 through 25, all of Ware's yard and the outdoor space. Any objection, Attorney O'Brien?
There seem to be one or two that are a little almost identical, except it would appear that, oh, I see the difference. One of them,
It's just showing.
right,
all of it.
one of them does have the car in it, the other one doesn't.
Yeah, okay. Any
Fine,
objection?
No objection.
All right, admitted. 26, the aerial view of Chippewa. Any objection? Introduced by Browning. Same
No,
with
Your Honor.
27, same with 28. 26, 27, 28, all aerial views of Chippewa.
They've been authenticated, Your Honor.
Yes,
I think Detective Browning, or.
he
yeah.
did. Yes, all three. Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Admitted. 29, the car in an aerial view through Browning. 30, an aerial view through Browning. Any objection? Admitted. 31, picture the aerial view with Ms. Ware. Any objection?
None.
Admitted. 32, road field access lane brought in through Browning. Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Admitted. 33, field across the lane through Browning, bridge. 34 with Browning, 35 south of bridge, all with Browning. Any objection?
No, Your Honor, they're sufficiently different.
Admitted. I don't have 36. Attorney Easter, can you help me with that?
36 should have, oh, no, there's no 30, I didn't do 36. Your Honor.
36 not introduced, not admitted. 37, 38, photographs of outdoor space or outside. Those introduced. Any objection to those?
I'm sorry, I did, I'm sorry, it was LaPrenzi who introduced 36 with Detective Staley. Or did you cross that out? No, it was 36 with Detective Staley, right?
Oh, no, I crossed it out.
Okay, it was crossed out, okay.
Yep, so 36 not introduced, not admitted. 37, 38, outdoor photos, I think cornfield. Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Admitted. 39, VIN in a windshield. Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
40, decedent's vehicle. Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
39 and 40 admitted. 41 is the decedent's vehicle with some vision of her body. Any objection?
No, Judge.
Admitted. 42, back of car. 43, car in the cornfield. 44, bottom side of car. 45, steering wheel. 46, delivery tags, receipts on steering wheel, all brought in through the pizza manager. Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Admitted. 47, the heat wave bag. 48, another view of heat wave bag with the jacket on the floor. Any objection?
No, I think the other one, Judge, has that other component, the jacket on the floor.
Yes, that's 48, admitted. 49, I don't have a reference to. Help me with that.
49 is the pizza box showing the tag at the end, and that should have come in.
Through pizza manager.
Yes, 49 and
Okay.
50, the pizza
Any
box.
objection?
No, Judge, Mr. Travis, I believe, authenticated
He
both
did.
those.
50 is a photograph of the pepperoni pizza. Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
51, jacket with duct tape. This is all Staley, I believe, 51 through 60. 51, jacket with duct tape. 52, interior driver's door. 53, staining on the inside of the door driver's side. 54, staining rear passenger door. 55, body in the back seat. 56, body back seat with a zip tie. 57, zip tie around the ankles. 58, back seat, number 4, taser cartridge. 59, close-up of 58. And 60 has a photograph of the decedent's right hand, all testified, I think, with Staley. 61, a photo of the decedent's left hand. 62, a photo of the decedent's back. 63, another photo of the decedent's back. 64, a photo of the decedent's neck with a zip tie and the taser wires. 64. Any objections to 51 through 64?
No, Your Honor, those have been authenticated properly.
All admitted. 65, I don't have a reference to. Help me with that.
We never used that.
All right, 65, not introduced, not admitted. 66, a photo of the residence. I believe
Rex Lake,
Rex Lake. 66, or 67, the driveway at that residence. 68, back of that driveway. Any objections? 66, 67, or 68?
No, Judge.
Admitted. 69, I don't have a reference
We
to.
did not do 69.
Not introduced, not admitted. 70, flag on the detached car garage. 71, dark with a car license. Both introduced.
No, hold on. Right. Oh, I already took 69 out, that's why I don't have it. Okay, correct, Your Honor.
Any objection to 70 and 71, Attorney O'Brien?
Are awfully dark, Your Honor.
Well, they were introduced. Any objection?
Yes, Judge, I just think they're not clear enough.
Fair
for the
enough.
jury.
Well, that would be for the jury to decide. I'll admit 70 and 71. I don't have reference to 72, 73, or 74.
We didn't introduce those.
Not introduced, not admitted. 75, I have a reference in my notes to a tree at the entrance.
Yes.
that's at the woods.
75,
Where was it? He was,
That's what the officer testified to me.
Is that where he's
He
hiding?
entered into the woods.
No objection.
admitted. '76, 77, 78, 79, all discussed with law enforcement about the inside of the Lincoln Navigator. Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Admitted. I don't have a reference to number 80.
It is, oh, you know what, I think you used this one.
No, I used this one, because he said this is my car. Yeah, I definitely used it. Your Honor, number 80 was with Officer Soraya, at the front of the defendant's home, and it identified, he said, that's my car in fact.
Okay, any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Admitted. 81, the 15007 Mount Eaton Road house through Soraya. 82, the backyard of 15007. 83, the burn pit. 84, the sawhorse. 85, the tabletop. 86, the table. 87, the table. 88, a taser. 89, pants. 90, t-shirt. All through Soraya. Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
All admitted. 91, 91, 92, photographs, I believe, of the men's boots. 93, a photograph of the backpack. 94, supplies within the backpack. If I'm not mistaken, is that correct? Yes.
correct.
All through, I believe, Soraya.
Yes.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Admitted. I don't have a reference to 95.
95 was the still photo of the video at Walmart
Okay.
Hitchings.
with Detective Hitchens.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Admitted. 96 tape, 97 duct tape. Photos. Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
I don't have reference to 98 through 102, so I need help with that. I have 103 is Kohler's report. 98 through 102, I don't have reference to those.
So 98, well, let me just look here. Hold on, just. So these are all the photos I used with Martin Lewis, the 4 photos of the different connections of the tape.
Okay, all of tape?
Yes, of
Okay.
how they're pieced together.
Oh, that's right. And
I
then what
remember
was that wording on there, Attorney LaPrenzi? I couldn't recall on some of those photos. Just to refresh my memory too. There, the split screens, remember?
Sorry.
I don't recall specifically that, but,
See it on there, the red, or is that the tape?
no, it just, they had the item numbers.
Oh, okay.
Each one in the description.
Okay. All right, any objection, Attorney O'Brien?
No, Judge.
Admitted. 103 Kohler's report.
Keep going.
101 is the picture of GC, Ashley, and Brittany.
Any objection?
Please.
And this was introduced with GC.
Judge, to be real candid, I don't remember that, but who introduced it?
I do. The minor child.
I understand who it is.
Yeah.
The court
They
recalls
asked
it.
her, and that's when she said she did not remember that the woman with her mother.
Oh, all right, Your Honor.
Yeah. You recall that? Any objection?
No.
All right. Admitted.
100, Your Honor, was the thumb drive with the transcript on it, but I know it's not going in, so I'll put it to the side.
Okay, so 5 was a written transcript and
Right, and 100 is
was the actual,
Digital.
okay.
digital.
All right. Excluded. 103 Kohler's report.
Yes.
Judge, I object to that. She testified.
Okay. What's 104?
The picture of the crate with the items in it,
Picture of the crate.
Cleaning items.
cleaning items.
Oh, okay. Any objection to that?
Judge, the detective authenticated it.
All right.
No objection.
And 103 is her written report, correct, with her findings? Yeah, all right, it's admitted. Now, 105, 106, 107 is the navigator in the garage. Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
108 is the windshield with the stickers on it.
Judge, I'm going to object. I don't think the stickers themselves were introduced.
Well, forgive me, I mean the windshield that had the, well, there's some stickers.
There are.
Overruled, admitted. 109 duct tape, 110 roll of duct tape. Is this the actual, yeah, this is now the actual physical evidence. 109 duct tape. A piece of duct tape. 10 is the roll of duct tape.
Yes.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Admitted. 111 zip ties.
Yes.
Any objection?
No, Judge.
112 camo pants. Any objection?
No, Judge.
I thought 113 is the backpack with a variety of items.
That's correct.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
114 knife and taser. Any objection?
No.
115, you corrected me. You told me 115 is a jacket, correct? Is that right?
I think 115 was, one was a photo and one was the
Yeah.
actual item.
So what I had, okay, so 115 is the jacket and then 117 is the photo of the jacket?
Yes, 117 is the photo of the jacket.
Okay, and then 115 is the jacket, okay? 116 I don't have a reference to, forgive me.
116 was, we had it out of order because it was a compilation, so you can see all 3 pieces together, or 3, how they
What
pieced
is,
together.
what is it a photo of?
It's
Tape.
duct tape from Martin Lewis.
Oh,
but
okay,
it
the
shows-
photo?
Yeah, it has them all on the same
All right.
page, so you can see them all together.
Any objection?
No.
All right, 118, Cobb? Yeah. What do I got?
We didn't do one
I can't read my own writing.
Okay, that's the
Taser?
Yeah, it
No,
is.
tape.
Tape.
No. Tape, more tape. 118, tape, admitted. 119, jacket.
No objection.
Wait a minute. See, I
Photo
thought I
of
had, did I
jacket.
It's
mess
in front
up?
of the jacket with the
Photo.
tape, though.
Photo of the jacket.
With tape.
With tape. 119, admitted. 120, zip tie.
With,
No objection.
Photo of a zip tie, admitted. 121, Lewis report.
Sure. I'm gonna object to that, Gerard. He testified to that.
Okay. What are the findings in that report?
that the different item numbers, which was each of the pieces of tape, one from the neck, one from the zip tie, the two from the jacket, and the one around her neck, all matched and came from the same rule in sequential order. Something.
Oh, okay.
That's my paraphrasing.
I see. Admitted. 122, Facebook post 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one.
Relevance, Judge.
Overruled, admitted. Oh, I don't have a reference to 123.
Hold on. 123 is the physical crate with the items in it. The
Oh, with
physical-
the-
With the cleaning, I'm sorry, the cleaning
The
fluids
milk
in it.
crate.
The milk crate, yes.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Admitted. 124, I have a family photo with guns being held up.
Yes.
And, who'd that come in through?
Mr. Stefanko.
That's right, okay. Any objection?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Overruled, admitted. Anybody else from the state? And then I got 2 from defense, right?
And Judge, oh, are you looking for
Did you say 102? I don't know if I did, or thumb drive for 102.
Is one of, you sure that's not Kohler's, presentation?
It may be.
No.
That's what I
Cobb.
figured.
Kohler is 103.
Oh, it is?
The zip drive is the Verizon, records
No,
on,
no. Oh, here, why don't we just put it in?
Yeah, let's verify what that is.
So, before.
You've got 2 things.
Yes.
You've got her, presentation, which most likely I'm not going to admit.
Okay.
I have it as, oh, what do you have as 103 then?
That's her report,
Don't worry about that.
but yeah.
Since I have it in already, Judge, if we could go out just to.
You know what I bet it is? When you gave me the jump drive with Kohler, it also had those Verizon records
That's
on it.
correct.
Yep.
So that's 102 has both of them on there.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yes.
Or I can separate them out?
Well, I think,
Actually, I take that back, Judge. I actually did another one that I showed the Verizon guy.
Okay.
And I put that one singularly, so it was separate.
okay, good. Are you separating, I'm sorry, Attorney O'Brien, are you objecting to the autopsy presentation?
No, Your Honor.
Oh, admitted. Okay.
You're
So-
talking about Judge
It's okay.
Dr. Kohler?
Kohler's
Slideshow.
presentation showing the diagrams.
Yes.
No objection.
Okay, admitted. Verizon records, admitted.
And just want to make sure, what numbers,
So, Attorney LaPrenzi, this is what I had, let me tell you, and so you all might be able to. Where I had no reference was 98 to 102. And then 103 I had Kohler's report, and you did her report first. And then 104 I did not have a reference. So I guess in my mind, which is terrible to do, I assumed that 104 was the jump drive for her presentation.
no, 104 was the photo of the cleaning fluids.
Okay, so then,
Oh, you know what, Judge? Ms. Easter reminded me, after we did it, that I never asked to mark that as an exhibit number.
the jump drive?
Yes, so I need it, I guess we need to number that as to the next one in line.
Okay, well, why don't we do this? If you all are comfortable with that, why don't we make her presentation, the slideshow, 104?
It's already a picture.
It's-
I know, but we can, if you all agree and stipulate, we'll make that picture 125. Because then her report and then the slideshow are one right after another.
The only difference is in the transcript, I referenced 104.
Oh,
And it's
okay.
gonna be referenced as that.
Oh, yes, Oh, there we are, A and B. How about that?
Okay, so we can do 103A will be the actual written report, and 103B will be the thumb drive of the PowerPoint presentation.
Good.
Okay, so we'll make that happen.
And then those Verizon records,
And that was 102.
okay,
And I'll take off, delete, and I can do that right here in front of Mr. O'Brien. And then also, on the stream, Judge, is number 4, which you asked me to verify with Mr. O'Brien.
Yeah.
Is the recording of
Yeah.
Erica Lyon.
yeah,
And I actually misspelled her last name, so I'll correct that.
okay,
And Cindy Cobb.
okay,
And so that's the only file on there, and I'll open it up just so that everybody can see that is the 3 hour and 1 minute recording.
okay,
All right, so that was number 4. And then State's Exhibit 102, which I guess during the presentation I had 2 files on it. One was Verizon, and one was the autopsy presentation.
okay,
And so I will take I had that labeled that Ashley Biggs PowerPoint, and I thought I was going to delete it, but let's see here. Oh, there it is.
Okay.
Delete that.
all right. All right, so then the last state's exhibit is 124, correct? Yes.
Carrie, those are the Verizon. You can
It's
see
going
that.
to be 125 though, right, once he gets done.
No, we changed and we did, Christy gave us the idea of A and B. So there will be no 125. So I have 124 exhibits, okay? You can confirm that as I go with Attorney O'Brien. I think has 2 exhibits. Exhibit A, I believe, Defense Exhibit A
Yes, sir.
is one photo and B is the family photo. That's right. I think that's B.
Yes, sir.
Yep, and then Exhibit A, I just can't recall. I can, I need to find my notes. Exhibit A is that police report.
Right. Judge, actually, my memory is correct. There were 2 photos of Miss Stefanko and GC.
Yeah, one was just the 2 of them.
In the pink dresses.
Yeah,
And the other was them.
It's
Yeah.
a professional for the
Yes.
kids, including.
That's right. There was her and 3 of the children.
yep. So there's 3 photographs which I'll allow. The concept of that police report, Attorney LaPrenzi, I know he objected at the time. Now, do you object to its admissibility?
Yes, we're absolutely objecting.
Yeah, it's excluded. Those 3 photos will come in A, B, and C. Yes?
We're objecting.
To the
One
photos?
with all the family with Mr. Stefanko. We won't object to that one. We won't object to the one with her and Grace, but the one with her and the other 2 children, there's no relevance to that whatsoever.
Okay, overruled. It's admitted?
And we would just add it was duplicative.
Okay,
Duplicative.
fair enough. And then, Attorney O'Brien, we need to address your motions.
Judge, at the end of the state's case, I think we reserved a Rule 29 motion. And it's the contention of the defense that all the elements of whether it be aggravated murder, the 2 counts of aggravated murder, the 1 count of murder, the kidnapping, the aggravated robbery, the one is assault.
No. You folks had agreed, you had filed a motion to dismiss
Right.
21 through 26. 21, felonious assault by agreement was dismissed. 22, retaliation by agreement was dismissed. 23, tampering with evidence by agreement was dismissed. 24, grand theft by agreement was dismissed. 25, gross abuse of a corpse by agreement was dismissed. 26, possessing criminal tools by agreement was dismissed. So just so that we are clear, 15, count of aggravated murder, 16, count of aggravated murder, 17, count of murder, 18 count of murder, 19 kidnapping, and 20 aggravated robbery. So those are the charges that went to the jury presented by the state of Ohio. So your motion would apply to those.
Your Honor, it's our contention that in each one of those counts, the state of Ohio failed to prove beyond a reasonable doubt each and every element of each one of those charges. And therefore, we're asking for judgment of acquittal.
Okay? The state's response?
Your Honor, in viewing the evidence in light most favorable to the state, we put forth that we have put forth sufficient evidence to the jury to reach a verdict on each of the counts, and that is based on the evidence put forth, complicity as well, Your Honor, that the defendant aided, abetted, and that's based on the phone call or the recorded statement with Cindy Cobb. That's based on Mary Brinkman's testimony. That's based on GC's testimony. That's based on Chad Cobb's testimony. That's based on the phone records information. That's based on the photos that were introduced, including the book bag that had the multiple items in them, Your Honor, with blood on them. For the kidnapping, that's based on Dr. Kohler's testimony as well about the, what did she call it? It's energy weapon restraint, and how they testified your muscles would freeze up and you would fall. And that's based on the fact that, also Dr. Kohler, that the beatings were severe but would not have caused death. So that's one of the felonies for the kidnapping. So based on all the testimony and evidence admitted, Your Honor, the state contends we put forth sufficient evidence for the jury to reach a verdict.
Okay. Any response, Attorney O'Brien?
No, Your Honor.
15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. The motion is overruled. Provide me with just a little bit more details, Attorney Easter, as it relates to count 20 in his motion.
Your Honor, count 20 for the aggravated robbery, Your Honor, again, that is attempting to commit something with the phaser and or zip ties. Ashley Biggs was supposed to have money on or about her person. She did not have the amount of money she was supposed to have. Money was on the ground and in the center console, the cup area of the Lincoln Navigator, and the state believes we put forth sufficient evidence in viewing the light most favorable to the state that the jurors, we put forth sufficient evidence, Your Honor, based on that for that part. In addition, they took the Ashley Biggs car and fleeing after the commission of, they took her car, Your Honor, as well.
Okay.
Judge, I don't think there's any evidence whatsoever that Ms. Stefanko had anything to do with that car.
We would put forth that under
Theory
the
of complicity?
Absolutely.
All right, the motion is overruled. All right, then after your case, Attorney O'Brien, do you renew your motions?
After the defense case, Your Honor, we have renewed, or are renewing, our motion for Rule 29.
Okay. Attorney Easter, would you incorporate your arguments? Would you like to add anything additional at that time?
No, Your Honor.
All right, that motion is overruled. We've covered the exhibits. We have covered now your motions. We have gone over those jury instructions. We removed counts 21 through 26. You folks have been provided with the second draft of jury instructions now in verdict forms. I would ask that you review those over the weekend. What I would like to do, my preference would be, is if you have any issues that are outstanding and that you would like to bring to our attention, email Attorney Wellemeyer so I have that information in advance of Monday morning. And then remind me that from the state of Ohio's perspective, you prefer that the court reads those jury instructions with the elements of the law, then you folks close, and then I conclude. Is that correct?
Yes, that's how the state would prefer.
Okay.
That's
Any
fine with the
objection?
defense, Judge.
Okay, fine, fair enough. So I think we've covered everything we need to cover then now. Is there anything further from the state of Ohio?
No, Judge, thank you.
All right, Attorney O'Brien, anything else?
On the jury instructions, Your Honor,
Yeah.
I will talk with your Mr. Willamar, and I will email him over the weekend,
Good.
and I'll touch base with him sometime this weekend if I have an issue.
Okay. Yes, I think he emailed out the second version maybe yesterday evening. I know Attorney LaPrenzi provided some feedback on, I can't recall the issue, but we do have one of the sections contained within our jury instructions essentially referred to as the optional. So those, you'll see those, or something that might be open for discussion or to an objection, okay?
Is that the complicity section, Your Honor?
It wasn't complicity, although you may have an issue with that. Was it fleeing or?
It was consciousness of guilt instruction.
Oh, that's right, consciousness of guilt. So I'm sure you'll review that too. So with that, Attorney O'Brien, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Have a good weekend, everyone. Be safe. Thanks for your work this week.